Hello, welcome to MidEast In Depth, part of Levant TV's press reviews. The editorial team at the Daily Star feature a piece titled Deficient Role Model. It looks at the US formally ending its military involvement in Afghanistan over the weekend, leaving behind a country mired in graft and a resurgent Taliban. The Obama administration earlier ended its military involvement in Iraq, also leaving behind a country in political and economic tatters, swamped in corruption and easy prey to jihadis. In a radio interview to be broadcast this week, President Barack Obama offers his views on how to rebuild war-shattered countries in this region by cavalry, talking about the need for these nations to lead the way themselves. The Daily Star says Obama also waxed lyrical about Iran after US officials have repeatedly delivered lectures about Iran's dismal human rights situation and the regime's bad governance. Obama spoke about the Iranian people's massive level of talent and sophistication that would be unleashed if Tehran accepts a deal on its nuclear program. In other words, the objectionable dictatorship and the abysmal human rights situations will vanish if Iranians clinch a deal on centrifuges and enrichment. The editors then criticized the rhetoric coming out of the White House, saying it has become as dysfunctional, as bizarre as the political systems Washington claims need fixing. It's the rhetoric of a failed superpower, one skilled in attacking windmills and then claiming it lacks the money to purchase the weaponry needed to achieve victories. The Daily Star then concludes by controversially questioning why few people still turn to Washington for leadership. Meanwhile, Roger Cohen, acting foreign editor at the New York Times, writes an article on Palestine and he titles it, "Gaza is Nowhere." Cohen starts saying very few people go in or out the 140 square mile enclave. Most people want to forget about it. The border with Egypt was closed in October. A handful of travelers negotiate the labyrinth of inspections at the Israeli border and proceed into the Jewish state. Cohen argues the draft Security Council resolution at the United Nations, championed by the Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas, seeking a withdrawal of Israeli forces from the West Bank by 2017, amounts to an elaborate sideshow. According to the writer, the real matter of diplomatic urgency going into 2015 for the Palestinian people and the world is to end the lockdown of Gaza. Ahmed Youssef, an advisor to the Hamas Gaza leader Ismail Haniyeh, told Cohen, "People are mad, frustrated, they have nothing to lose. We are dying gradually, so it is better to die with dignity." Cohen then concludes saying Israelis, Palestinians, Egyptians, Europeans and Americans can, if they choose to, locate the nowhere named Gaza and turn it into somewhere. The alternative is war without end. Then he quotes Robert Turner, director of the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, saying and describing a drift towards more radical groups. None of the causes of the conflict had been addressed. Fatah and Hamas and Israel can avert a descent into new violence, but I don't think that window will stay open for long. That was it for today's brief analysis. For more updates, please visit levant.tv. You could also subscribe to MidEast In Depth on iTunes. Thanks for watching and bye for now.